Oh,
Got it. Did yours work?
yes.
Okay, good.
Cool.
Oh, you need to do the whole. I was gonna make fun of that, by the way, in my next video. So,
Welcome to another day, another dollar. Just a little update. It is still COVID-19, unfortunately. People are still quarantined. Have to wear masks, have to wear gloves, wash your hands, stuff like that. Stay at home. Besides that, still doing the push-up challenge that I started about a month ago. The first 2 weeks, I did 20 push-ups, 5 sets to equal to 100 every day. Then the following 2 weeks after that, I did 30, 30, 30, 10, and then that was every day to be 100 every day, so that was cool. And then now what I'm really excited is yesterday I started the 40-40-20 push-ups where eventually I would like to do 52 sets in the next 2 weeks, see how that goes. See the progression. I'm really happy about that. So enough about my workouts. With this whole social distancing thing, I can't really see my friends more often than I used to, just laughing and just hanging out. So my friend and I, we came up with a solution to that. We usually FaceTime, but she recently revived her old YouTube channel, and her name is Romy Carter. I will let her introduce herself. Oh,
got it. Did yours work?
yes.
Okay, good.
Cool.
Oh, you need to do the whole. I was gonna make fun of that, by the way, in my next video. So, good. Good we have
Yeah.
that one.
So this is Romy.
Hey
Um,
guys, I'm Romy. That's my
uh, so apparently we're gonna do like a Q&A thing going on, which is
Yes.
cool. So Romy, you can start because you have a list, don't you?
Yes, I do. But I'm gonna start with the basics.
Okay.
Okay, so say where you're from, how we know each other, and your favorite color.
What was the first question?
Where are you from?
I'm from New York. How did we know each other?
Yeah.
We met May of my junior year. It was at your formal. We officially met, I think.
Yes. Yes.
Um,
Formal.
Maybe? Yeah.
I
And
don't know
then,
what came first, formal or the party.
oh, yes, yes, yeah, we met then too.
Yeah.
Yes, we did meet at a party. But I don't know which was first,
Me neither. I think because the party was spring break, I think it was formal that we met first.
officially,
Officially, yeah.
because I remember meeting you.
Yeah.
Um,
Good, good, good. Content.
yeah, yeah, and then we worked together for a year,
Yep.
as an RA. My favorite color, red.
Red. Okay.
Red. Yeah.
Cool. Why?
It's my mom's favorite color, I think. I grew up watching Power Rangers a lot when I was younger, and I
Mm.
always loved the Red Ranger.
Wow. That's so fun. So, I'm from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Whoop whoop, PA. And I my favorite color is yellow, but like a mustard yellow, not just like bright pastel yellow, because that's kind of too obnoxious for me.
Like
Yeah.
mustard, as in like the condiment.
Yes, the
Okay.
condiment mustard. I also really like mustard.
Is
It's
it
not
weird that
my
I like
favorite
ketchup?
condiment. What?
Is it weird that I like ketchup?
No, ketchup and
Well,
mustard.
yeah, it's funny because for me, ketchup, like I used to eat it with everything.
I thought you were gonna say you were one of those people who'd eat it just straight up ketchup.
Yeah, that too. I used to do that too.
Ew,
I used to,
disgusting.
I used to have like those little ketchup packets from McDonald's, and
Yeah.
yeah, and I used to also eat it with
Oh,
rice. I eat it with
okay,
eggs
rice.
too.
rice. Were you a macaroni and cheese ketchup person?
No, but I'm a grilled cheese person when it
Okay.
comes to ketchup.
Okay.
Um, to be honest, I haven't really tried it with mac and cheese, but how is
So
that?
good. It
So good?
is brilliant.
Aren't you lactose intolerant?
Yeah. No, but when I was younger, I used to
Oh,
have it
oh,
a lot. Yeah. I had a mac and cheese addiction. It's great. It's a great
tell
time.
us that story about that time that you wanted to eat a whole cheesecake.
God. So on Roland and I's staff, we had a great group of people. There were about 50% of us that were lactose intolerant, and then there was about 50% of us who could still eat cheese freely. And
Remember
then
that
there,
time that I thought that I was developing lactose intolerant just because I was
yes,
just with you guys so much? Yeah, it was bad. I don't have it. It's not
yeah,
confirmed, but we'll
he
see.
doesn't have the lactose virus. But so I was just, I don't know what it was, just one night on duty with our friend Nick. I was like, hey, I'm going to eat a whole cheesecake. Like, that would just be such a fun challenge. Let's go to Cheesecake Factory and just down a whole cheesecake. And he was like, there is no way you could do that. And, in my head, yeah, I know I can't do that. But because he said it, that made me really want to do it. So we had this whole thing the whole year about doing it, and we'd never actually did it, but we did go to Cheesecake Factory, and I had one slice of cheesecake, and I was done for the whole week. I don't think I could have even fit another piece in my mouth after eating one piece. Ready up? That's ugly. It's gonna be me. I wish I could do it though. I would definitely sit on duty one night or something with somebody else and eat a full cheesecake with them. You think you're on from 8 p.m. to 2 in the morning. Why
You
didn't
have
Nick and I
time.
do that? Aunt
I
Nick, you'll never watch this, but why didn't we sit there? Anyways, I have questions.
ooh, okay, continue. All right,
So,
let's go.
who is your hero and why?
Ooh, my hero. Hmm.
They can be real or like fictional characters.
The first person that comes to my head is my mom's uncle, which is he my grand uncle or is he like just a family member?
A family member.
Okay, fair. Okay, cool. He's a retired doctor. My brother and I realized that he's just a genuine Hallmark card. Like, like he just has so much wisdom, so much like he has great stories. He came from the Philippines, with equivalent of $50 and just one green suitcase. Stuff like that. Coming to America, starting his profession and all that stuff. So really great stories, and he's probably one of the people that I would consider a hero to me. My parents also came from the Philippines as well. They worked very hard trying to raise me the best that they could. Like, if I have children, I hope I do, but we'll see. If I raise them half the way that my parents have done it, I would be happy.
Aw,
Just because,
that's
like,
sweet.
I like how my parents raised me. Granted, when they were raising me, as a kid, like being told not to hang out with friends at like 8 o'clock at night as like a 7-year-old is not the smartest decision. But at the time, my parents were like, hey, like, that's not, safe, blah, blah, blah. And I was, I had to be home after school, stuff like that. And all my friends could walk home and I couldn't, and I had to get a ride home. And at the time, it was annoying. But looking back, I'm happy that I was raised the way that I was raised. But yeah,
That's a good answer though. Shout out to parents.
yeah, yeah.
Um, I'll answer it too.
Okay.
Um, who is my hero? That's a hard one. I feel like I think of the same answer every time. It's always my mom because like grew up with her. She's made a lot of decisions in her life that I think have been really tough decisions, but I'm proud of those decisions that she's made for me and even her well-being. And yeah, she's always encouraged me. So she's my hero.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
It was a good time. Shout out to moms and dads and just family. So grateful.
Yeah.
Um, where's your favorite place to vacation?
Ooh, okay. Can I answer two things?
Yeah.
So, where I vacation to and I really love going to is the Philippines. I went there 4 times, and the last time I went, I started this whole vlogging thing, and it just grew a passion for me. So it's like a special place in my heart. Also, majority of my family's there. I would say about 92%, 93% of my family is still in the Philippines. That's always fun to go there. It's warm there, so it's nice. It's like, it's a tropical type of area, so it's nice. But also, just the family is a fun time to be with. I have little cousins, but I also have cousins around my age, and then I have cousins who are older than me. So like it's like a good range. We kind of bunch up with the people who are closest to our age, which is cool. Which is nice. But yeah, but where I really want to go to, like,
You?
huh?
You too. The way you
Oh,
said it was funny.
okay. I want to go as well. Um,
No,
and-
not what I meant.
what do you
You
mean?
said goo.
Oh,
Like I
goo?
really want to goo too instead of go.
Oh, noted. I really want to go to New Zealand
Hmm.
or Australia. Australia because I love the accents. Great accents.
Yeah.
Um, and just like New Zealand, like a lot of foresty area. Same thing from my understanding. I could be totally wrong, but Australia as well. But it's just those places like I've never been to. I mean, granted, the only place I've been to out of the country was the Philippines. So I mean, I would like to go other places, but maybe my top two would be New Zealand and Australia.
Nice.
And also back to the whole Philippines thing. I've always went with my family, so I want to go with like my friends or just by myself. Like I want to travel somewhere by myself. Those are my answers.
Okay. So, a place that I've been that I like to vacation to, which I've never actually gotten to vacation to anywhere in Central America, but I love Central America so much. My whole heart. There's something in me that like leaps with joy when I think about it. And then place where I really, really want to go and skateboard, which I don't even know how to skateboard, but I
I
just
was about
love
to
to
say, I was like,
skateboard. I'd love to supernaturally have the ability to skateboard all of a sudden in Hawaii. I don't know why. Like I don't even know where in Hawaii, just Hawaii.
Have you ever seen the TV show Rocket Power?
No, I haven't.
That just reminds me of Rocket Power.
Rocket Power. Where do you find that on?
It was a '90s Nickelodeon show.
Oh, okay.
But from what I remember watching it, it was these kids. They were skaters, and they were in Hawaii.
Nice. Nice. I thought it was there was a movie about a guy from Hawaii.
Oh,
That's the movie
oh
I
my
think about all
gosh!
the time.
I know exactly
Um,
what you're talking about.
and
The
he
first movie,
snowboarded too. Yeah, he
yeah, he
snowboarded,
snowboarded and then
surfed.
he dirtboarded. Like
Yes.
third movie, and they had like this little phrase like that they used to say.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh man, what was it? It was
oh my gosh, it was Johnny something.
Johnny Can. I don't know. Johnny
No,
Can.
but I remember the first movie was like he transitioned to snowboarding, so like their
Yeah.
saying was like "Stay frosty," and then like I remember vividly there was a scene where his best friend they were like doing like like in the third movie or whatever the movie afterward was they were doing like a competition for like dirt boarding or dirt biking or whatever something
Yeah.
dirt. His best friend was like, "Oh, stay frosty," and then the main character was like, "But we're doing this sport," and they're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
right," and then I was like, it was just interesting. I
What a
remember that.
time.
Wow, memory lane right there.
Yeah. Aw. What's your favorite memory with me? Then I'll say my favorite memory with you. Do you have any favorite memories?
I,
I
I
hated all of them.
oh my gosh. Okay, I have one fun one and one serious one.
Okay.
But which one do you want to hear first?
We'll hear the fun one first.
Okay, the fun one was that time that we went to. Oh my gosh, what is it called? Snowball. Snowball was fun. Like we saw each other outside of like our jobs, which was kind of
Yeah.
cool. Serious one was when we went to the concert together
Oh yeah.
for Elevation Worship.
Mhm.
That was my first from my recollection, that was my first concert I've ever been to. Really liked it there. And it was just a great time because it was like one of our friends was supposed to go with you. Remember Kayla? Kayla was supposed to go
Yeah,
with you.
yeah,
And then she called me like maybe it was 2 days before the event or something.
yeah.
He was like, I know you really want to go, and I'm busy with stuff. Do you want my ticket? And I was like, yes, and really enjoyed it.
Ah,
Yeah,
that concert was so good. I miss concerts. I miss people, big groups
yeah.
of them
Yeah.
specifically.
The memorable part was close to me was Travis Scott. Is that his name?
Travis Green,
Travis Green.
I
Travis
think
Scott's a
so.
different
Yeah,
person.
he's a country singer, right?
Travis Green opened up and
Yeah.
he sang a song and then he started talking about another song that he was about to sing. He was talking about how his son was a premature baby. Him and his wife didn't know that if the baby was gonna survive, and the chances of survival was slim and everything. And they just prayed, and God willing, the baby is healthy and great now. And that just touched me personally because, well, I'm a premature baby by 3 months. That was an awesome experience. And then the whole concert was awesome too. But like that one was like a memorable part of it.
I don't know. His songs are always so good. Like You Made a Way. I think that's the one he sang with that story, right? You
To be
made a
completely
way.
honest, I totally forgot what song he sang after. I just remember him like playing this video in the background
Hmm.
of like him and his wife and his um child. I forgot if it was a boy or a girl.
Yeah.
But yeah, but it was
But
just a video of
I forgot the whole thing.
them.
It's all a blur. I think that's my favorite serious memory with you. My silly memory is kind of like a smaller memory that we have together, but I really liked. Okay, there's like a lot actually, but a funny one was the paint night at Phi Sig. I don't know. We weren't even like with each other the whole night, but I remember looking over at you a bunch of times and I was just laughing so hard at you. And then you drew that picture of Stitch at
Yeah.
the at the event, and I was laughing so hard. That was a good
Yeah.
time.
I
That was a
really
very good time.
tried. I really tried to draw Stitch, and it really didn't come out
If
that
I could
nice.
find that video, I'm gonna put it in here.
Oh,
Like
definitely. Yeah.
there's
I'll do that.
definitely a clip I have of
I'll do
his
that too. No,
drawing
because
of Stitch.
I've definitely seen it before. Uh,
Yeah.
if I find it, I'll pop it up.
You're right. Wow!
Yes. Okay. Next question. What's your dream job?
So that's changed through the years, but currently it
An
is.
RA.
So I'm going into higher education, and I would like to do Title IX, violence prevention, sexual assault prevention work in a university setting because I feel like that is where young adults are forming, and that could help end sexual violence at a young age where people are learning to develop to adults. As of right now, that is my dream job as of right now.
What was your first dream job, and like what led you to all these changes then?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so here we go. So I came to the University of New Haven, did Army ROTC, and I wanted to do the FBI. So I wanted to commission as a second lieutenant in the Army after 4 years of college, and then eventually go into the FBI. If you know any criminal justice major, especially that goes to the University of New Haven, it's either they want to be a cop or they want to do the FBI. So I got that bug, and then the bug went away. The reason why I stopped ROTC was I ran a lot. So I was the weakest link of the company, and I was not in the best shape. I definitely improved, but I ran 7 days a week, every day. So Monday through Friday, I would wake up at 4:45, go to PT at 6, which would be an hour or 45 minutes of working out with ROTC, and then I would go to classes and stuff, and then whenever throughout the day I would go to the gym twice. And then over the weekends I would go to the gym twice, and I would work on running, push-ups and sit-ups. Each time I did a PT test, I improved. I shaved a minute off my 2 mile run, but then I developed shin splints. I rolled my ankle like 6 times, 3 times in 1 week. It was bad. So yeah, so I stopped doing ROTC because, my bad legs. And then there was like 2 weeks where I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. I was so committed to doing ROTC
Mhm.
and to do the FBI and everything that like I didn't know what I wanted to do. So then I picked up 2 minors in psychology and sociology, picked up a certificate in victim services administration. So
Dang.
to make a very long story short, after I picked up the certificate, I decided that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to empower individuals, make them feel comfortable, but also give them the confidence to be the best person that they can be. Fast forward senior year, that's what I wanted to do. I was a wellness peer educator. I talked about Title IX. I talked about sexual assault. Like I did an annual event called Walk a Mile in Her Shoes, where males wear heels and walk a mile, spread the awareness and to end sexual violence. I have working relationships with the Title IX coordinator, but also with the Victim Rights Center of Connecticut, Connecticut Alliance to End Sexual Violence, the Milford Rape Crisis Center. That was like my thing. I was like, okay, I'm going to work in the victim services field after I graduate. And then I worked for Yale over the summer, and then I realized that I like higher education, like working in a university setting. It's more stable compared to a victim services job, which is very, you get a call and you need to go, which like I'm willing to do that job, but I knew, down the line that I wouldn't be able to sustain that lifestyle. Just me personally knowing that I get invested in people. So I knew that I wasn't going to last. Like the burnout rate is very high in that field.
Mm-hmm.
Then I decided higher education because I worked for the student activities department at my university for a semester, educational programming. So I talked a lot about suicide prevention, sexual assault awareness, domestic violence awareness. So that is where I want to go, and like that's how my progression of like my life.
Have you had any cool conversations when you were at the university? Like when you were tabling and everything, when you worked there, for like after you graduated?
Right. So 2 times that come into my head. One was when I was doing Suicide Prevention Awareness Week, where I had a trifold board on a table.
Trifold table.
And it was a simple program. I had sticky notes and I had pens, colorful Sharpies and stuff. And I asked students to write a inspirational quote or like just something uplifting and put it on the board. Midweek, I decided, with a little bit of suggestion from the Title IX director, she suggested to have a leave one, take one type of environment where it's like I would write something down, put it on the board, and then take someone else's, and then kind of have that inspirational thing in my pocket. And if someone else needed it, I would give it to them. So it's kind of just like one of those inspirational things, which was a really cool conversation. And I liked to see the feedback from people. People were very happy that it was a thing and all that stuff. And I worked with 2 organizations on campus, Active Minds and To Write Love on Her Arms, which those are 2 great organizations that I've worked with. So that was one great conversation. And then the other conversation was when I was doing domestic violence awareness, where we had pamphlets, we had ribbons for students to take for information purposes and awareness purposes. And then one individual came up to us. They were very happy that we were sitting there. They were very appreciative of our, services. They took resources. We had a conversation with them about like off-campus, on-campus resources, which was great. So yeah, those 2 conversations kind of stuck with me. Oh yeah.
Nice. That's
Right.
so cool.
So what do you want to do? Because I spoke a lot. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
So I want to be a public health professional within dental hygiene, and that like kind of moves out of dental hygiene too in a little bit. Like it's really on the rise now, public health, just because of all of COVID and everything. There needs to be more advocacy for those people who can't afford healthcare or anything. So public health is like this big dome of possibilities, I think, for the world. And a way I got into that was in high school. We used to work with a dental hygienist in our high schools and elementary schools. And I went to dental assisting school, so all I could really do is suction and like pass tools. I still had fun, but it was really eye-opening to me to see the possibilities of just entering into a school and getting to provide dental care to kids who can't afford it. Well, not kids, their parents who can't afford dental insurance, and just regular dental care. Like a cleaning for some people is just not worth it when the bill is so high, and they could just brush their teeth at home or floss their teeth. And it was cool to provide those preventative services for the younger students in my hometown. And then I went to college and kept learning more about the possibilities of just leaving like the office and walking out into the community. And yeah, I can really see myself traveling with it too, going on many mission trips for dental. And yeah, that's what I want to do. I love people.
And you love teeth too.
Yes, that is one of my openers. Wow, I'm surprised I didn't open with that today when you were like, hi, talk about yourself. I do. I love teeth. And, you know, a lot of it really, I've learned this semester before we went home in clinic, I've learned a lot that people care a lot about what their teeth look like. It helps with interviewing. It helps with jobs. And some people feel as if they're even denied interviews or job opportunities because they look a certain way. And they come into our clinic and they're like, can you fix this? Can you fix this? And some of it's just cleaning up like their front teeth, like making them look a little bit more whiter just by taking off the stuff that has built up. But they walk out of the clinic with a different confidence, with a different sense of like, they can actually do this now just because of what their teeth look like. And that, even if it's something like that, where it's all about aesthetics and visuals and stuff, if it's changing their day, like that is something you did for that person. And that's why I love dental hygiene and dentistry. I could go on and on about that, but I'm not going to because that'll take me a year to go through. That's like all the questions I had because I figured we'd talk a while. So swaggy swag, we could end this one. I don't know if you want to film another one or if you just want to jump into editing this one.
Yeah, let's end this. I hope everyone is staying safe, staying healthy, and staying positive in this time of uncertainty. And hope you enjoy and have a nice day or night, depending on when you watch this, and depending on when I post it. So yeah.
I love the universe.